Hello everyone, welcome back once again. So today's topic is we are going to learn how to debug your program in Python idle IDE. So the software that we are using, that is an IDE software to run our program, which is Integrated Development Environment, and the name of the IDE is idle. Okay. Now we are going to learn how to debug a program. Now what do you actually mean debugging your program? Now debugging is basically we'll be running the program step by step, and we will understand how the values of the variable are getting changed, and how exactly the working is getting carried out, right? So basically there are two main reasons that you will be actually debugging your program. The first reason is for the professionals, and that is to find the logical errors. Now there are many softwares and there are certain bugs into it. There are certain output that is not right. The software is giving you the wrong output. In that case, the professionals basically they debug the program and they try to understand what are the logical errors. Logical errors is something that you are expecting an output, but you are not getting that output. You are getting some garbage, right? So in that case you will be you will be debugging your program step by step. You will be executing it so that you can understand what exactly is happening. The second point is for the maybe for the students, is it is to understand the working of a program. So if you are a student and you want to understand how exactly the work is getting carried out by a particular program, in that case also you will be debugging a program. Try to understand how the things are actually working, how the values of the variables are getting changed. Okay, so these are the two main reasons to debug a program. So let's get started. Now the very first thing, so I have to go to the Python idle. So here it is. Now the moment you start Python idle, the first screen that comes in front of you is the Python shell, which is the interactive mode, right? So in interactive mode you can give a statement and immediately you can see the output. So like print hello world, and you can see the output over here. So you can give a statement and see the output immediately. So that's the interactive mode. But normally we work with the script mode. The script mode is like you go to new file, and this is the script mode. So you type the entire program over here and then you run the program, right? So that is the script mode where we can actually then save our programs. But over here we cannot save all these statements, right? So the first thing that you need to understand that we need to be at the script mode. So even if you have just by accidentally you have closed down your shell mode, I mean to say that you need to be at the shell mode. So that is the interactive mode. So you are at the script mode and you have closed down your shell mode. So you can just click on run and you can click on Python shell, and again you will go back to the shell mode. Okay, so we have two windows. This is the script mode, okay, and this is the shell mode. Okay, okay, so here it is. So there are two windows. Now what you need to do is you need to switch to the shell mode, and there is an option called as debug. Now this option you will not find it in the script mode over here. You can see. Okay, so click on debug and click on the debugger. The moment you click on the debugger, there is a kind of a small window that will come in front of you, that will appear in front of you. This window you can call it as a watch window. Okay, you can call this as a watch window, which will show you the line which is getting executed, the variables that are getting changed, everything. You can watch it over here. Okay, now that this is my shell mode, this is the watch window, and this is my script mode. So what I will do is I will just close this script mode and directly I can open a file. Now I will just open a file that is test. Okay, and anyway it is going to get open in a script mode because that's the program that I have saved. Now if you can recall, this is a program that takes a string and then it we also give an input that is to find a word in that particular string. And then what this program does is it actually takes one more input, that is uh, the word to replace with. So what this program is all about, we will give an input, and we will give a word to find in the string, and once we find the word, we will replace that word with the third input that we are going to give. This is a tutorial which I've taken in my last video, and we have seen the working, how the exactly the program works, but we have not debugged the program. So today we will debug this program as an example, and you will understand this program much better. So if you're not aware with strings, slicing of strings, I would suggest you to go to my previous video and understand the slicing, understand how the find function works, right, and then come back to this video to understand the working of this program with the help of the debugger. Now what we're going to do is, we have already have three windows. I'll just minimize all of them first, and okay, and minimize. Okay, this is the window. Now what I will do is, okay, this is my program, okay, and this is my that is a watch window. Now only these three windows in front of me. Okay, so what I have to do is, now always you first while running the program, make sure your debug is on. Click on debug, go to the shell mode, shell window, click on debug, and it is clicked over here. It will show you a message over here also. Okay, now switch back to your program, and now what you will do is you will run your program. Okay, so just click on run, or you can just simply press F5, and now you can see that immediately the watch window has become active. Okay, you can see over here the watch window became active, and that is the first line of code. Okay, that is the first line. You can see, I'll keep this way now, so that it is both the windows are visible to you. Okay, okay, perfect. So now you can see that is the line 1, that is the input line. It is showing the input line. Now you will be executing this line. Now how to execute this line? Now there are two ways. First is the step and over. Okay, step and over. Now step basically will also show you all the internal line of code that Python runs for itself. Okay, so I'll just show you first example with step. So if I click on step, you can see it is gone to line 355, but we don't have this line. This is basically the line of Python. It has its own code to execute, so it will show you all the lines that it is executing basically. So click on step, it will show you all the lines that it is executing, and then it will stop. It will just go disabled, which means you have to go to your shell mode, and you can see it is accepting the input. So this is the input, enter a number over here. The same input, the message got displayed, and it is waiting for you to give the input. Okay, now the step option is not really that useful unless and until you really want to see which all line of code Python is executing. But most of the time, as a programmer, you're concerned with your own program, and you just want to see your own line of lines getting executed. Okay, so what you're going to do in that case is, I'll just give step, I'll just close this, go out of the program, click on out, and you will be out of the program. And what you can do, okay, you can just quit this. Okay, so you'll be out of the program now. Okay, and the debug is on. So if you just quit, your program will be terminated. Now again I came back to my own program, and again I will run it. Okay, and again you can see this watch window became active. You can see over here. Now I just want to see my own line of lines getting executed. I'm not concerned with the lines, which all lines Python is running for itself, its own code, right? Then what I have to do is I have to simply click on over. Okay, so if you click on over, see immediately it gave the message that is enter a string. Now you can give a string like I find, oh I find Python very interesting, right? This is the string that I will give, and press enter. The moment you give enter, you can see again the watch window becomes active, and we are on to the second line. You can see over here we are on to the second line. So second line, okay, I'll just show you, okay, just to so that you can see things properly. So we are on to the second line, line 2. Okay, it is showing the line 2. Over here you can see these are by default, you can say the Python, the class methods of Python. You're not really concerned with this, but what your concern is with this s. Okay, what I will do is okay, okay, no problem, I will just go through. This is a s variable, and it says I find Python very interesting. I'll just highlight this. Okay, over here, so we are here. I find Python very interesting. That is the value of s, because that's the variable s. Okay, variable s, and I find Python very interesting, it's the value of s. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to click on over again, and you can see again it got disabled. So go to the shell mode. Now it is asking for a word to find, so I will give like the word like Python. Okay, so I will try to find the word Python in this particular string, and I press enter, and you can see now we are on to the line 3. Line 3, that is replace. So first line, second line we have executed. Now we are on to the third line, that is this one. Okay, so just click over and come to the shell mode. You can see enter, okay, the message that is enter the word to replace. So I will replace that maybe with Java. Okay, both Python and Java is pretty interesting. This is just an example. So, and press enter, and you can see over here now we are on to the line 6. Line 6 is because these are the blank lines over here. So 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. So it is showing the line 6, and that is the find function. Now what the find function does, it will find the word and it will return the index value. Now let us see what is the value of n. Click over, and now you can see over here the value of n is over here. Okay, the value of n, it is showing me as 7. Okay, the value of n over here, it is 7, and the word to find, it is Python. You can see over here Python, and this is 7. So why 7? Because if you see the string, that is, this is 0, right? This space is 1 2 3 4 5 6 is the blank space, and this is 7. So the starting index, so it will return the starting index, right? So it's working fine. And then click on over, then it will go to while n not equal to 1. Okay, so the condition is true. So in that case it will go inside the loop, and then what we are doing is we are slicing the string over here, that is from 0 to n. Now what is the value of n? That is 7. So 0 to n we are going to slice, so which means I am going to slice from 0 to n. So when we say n, it basically is 1 less than n, so till here. So I space find space. So we are going to take this particular string, we are going to slice it, and we are going to assign it to substring. So let's see what happens. So if once I click on over, see over here substring, it is showing as I find and space. You can see it over here. So basically the watch window is showing you all the values of all the variables that you are using in this program. Okay, then what we are doing is we are adding this substring plus replace, that is the word to replace. So if I click over, you can see the substring has changed to I find Java. So what is the line of code? Line is 12. So over here it is 12. Okay, that is this one. Okay, so that is actually, then it shows the next line, but this line got executed. Okay, and then what I'm doing is I am also, once I have the string like I found Java, okay, and then again I have to join the rest of the string to it. So I have replaced I found I have replaced Python with Java. So I have my substring till over here. That is I space find space Python. You can see it in the add watch, in the watch window also. But the rest of the string, that is the substring, that is the space and very space interesting, we need to join to the substring. So what we are doing over here is that is what we are doing. That is the find word. Okay, sorry, over here, sorry, it is n. Again we are using the slicing, that is from n. Now n is 7 plus the length of the find word, so that was 5. So I will just show you how it is working. Okay, now you can see I have sliced n plus length of the find word, that was Python, that was 5. So 7 plus 5, it will be 12. And if you see, I required the string from space and very interesting. So if you see the index value of the space, that will be 12. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, it is okay. It is not. We have replaced the um word with Java, right? And so what it is doing is, it is basically, okay, let me just go back. That is n will be 7, and len of find word, that will be uh, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Basically it's 6, right? It's Python, so I took it as 5. So the word Python is of 6 characters. So let us just try to do it. So basically it will be 7 plus 6, so that will come down to 13. So 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 and 13. So that's 13. From here till the end of the string, we are going to take it and join to the substring, and that is exactly what we have done. I find Java very interesting, right? And then what will happen is, the next time what we are doing is, we are also uh, you know we are trying to find another word if it exists in the string or not. And if you see, it will straight away give you the output. Why? Because there is no other word Python in the string remaining, and so the loop gets break and it prints the output. Okay, so this is how actually you can understand the working of a program. So if you have got a bit confused with this program, what you can do, you can simply take any other simple program, also a simple pattern program or simple for loop, right? And you can see the working of it. And if you're not aware with this slicing and the find function, this entire thing I have explained in my previous tutorial. So I've taken the same example and I have debugged the program with the help of a debugger. Okay, so you can go to the previous tutorial if you're getting confused a bit with this. But the main intention of this tutorial is to show you how to use a debugger. For example, if I just use a new file and I simply use a for I loop in range and 10. So basically this will print values from 0 to 9, right? So I've just saved this and I'll give this like test again .py, some just a name, and I will get the output. Now you can see once I start, now the debugger is on. So again the the watch window got active, and now if I click on over, you can see the value of I is 0 over here, and if I click on over, okay, it will print. You can see the output over here 0. It printed the value 0 because it is executing the line 0. If I click again, okay, you can see, and I will keep this thing, okay, this one. Okay, now you can see it has printed 1 over here. You can see it out here, print 1. The value of I is 1. Click on over and it will print 2. Okay, keep on clicking on to over and it will show you the output, and see it is giving me the output 3. You can see the output over here, right? A simple program. Click on over, you can see the values getting printed out here step by step over here. okay, and if I just keep on clicking it and the debug, that's 0 to 9, and the program got terminated, and the value of I variable is over here. So this is how you're going to use the debugger. Now one more thing that I need to tell you is, what if you have a very huge program. Now there are many huge software, there are thousands of lines of code, maybe 10,000 line of code, and you need to only debug a certain section of that software. Okay, so in that case what you're going to do is you're going to use a breakpoint. Now how to add a breakpoint is, just give a right click, just go to this. For example, I want to check from while loop, so go to while loop, click it over there, give a right click, and there's an option called as set breakpoint. So there will be a yellow strip that will come onto your screen. So this is basically a breakpoint. So I don't need to run everything, I will straight away come to the breakpoint. Of course I have to give the inputs. Okay, now if I run this one, okay, if I run this one, I have to click on over just to give the input first. Okay, 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 just a minute. Okay, this, it will ask me the input. Just a minute, I'll just take this up. Okay, actually you don't even need to do that. What you need to do is, okay, first I'll just give one input like Python and click enter, and then what you need to do is simply click on go. So basically the program will run for you, and I will find the word Python, and you can see again I don't need to click on over, simply the program is running, and it will run, and straight away I will replace it with Java, and it will come down to line 9, because that's the breakpoint that I have set. So it will not go to, of course it has executed every line, but it will stop over here. So that's the meaning of a breakpoint. So you can give a breakpoint anywhere at any part of your program. And okay, I'll just show you one more time how to do this. Okay, I will just quit this and run this. Okay, and okay, just close this one. Okay, I'll just run this, and what I can do is simply click, rather than clicking on over, what I can do is simply click on go. So basically go will just make the program run, and if I give the input like Python, the second our input also find the word Python, replace it with Java, and the moment I click enter, immediately I come to line number 9, that is this line, right? So if there are maybe 1,000 lines of code and you have to just come to line number 700, so you can just add a breakpoint. So how to add a breakpoint? Once again, just give a right click, set a breakpoint or clear breakpoint, so that thing will go off, so the breakpoint will not exist. Okay, and again, to give a breakpoint, right click, go to any line of code, give a click it over there, give a right click, set the breakpoint. So that is how you're going to set the breakpoint. Okay, so I hope I understand that that program of find and replace. Maybe if you're first time watching my video and you are new to programming, so it might have turned out to be a bit confusing, but the main purpose of this tutorial was how to start a debug. So how to start a debug, let me just take a summary. Always go to your shell mode. First is the shell mode, click on debug, click on debugger, and this watch window will come down in front of you. After that, click on file, open your program, any program, and then just make sure your debugger is on, and simply press F5. At the moment you press F5, your debugger is on. Keep on clicking on over option and give the input. Okay, give the input, press enter, again it becomes active, click on over. So step by step you can run it this way. Again it becomes active, click on over, replace with Java. Okay, and then click on over, it shows you the lines that are getting executed, right? The variables, the value of the variables, everything it will show you. So this is how basically you are going to you can debug your program. Okay, so I hope you understood this tutorial. Bye for now. So if you have liked my video, do subscribe to my channel. There is a subscribe button in front of you. Click it right away. And after that, click on the bell icon so that you can get the regular notifications of my videos. Bye for now.